Good morning, good morning, good morning, students. After a long break, we are going to start once again with the accounting standards. And today's chapter is now actual accounting standards part we are going to start with. So chapter number 4, accounting standard 1. And after that, I'm going to start with accounting standard 20 in today's session. Yes, beta. Very good morning to all of you. Before starting any session, first we will quickly revise all accounting standard names. So after long break, first I will revise each and every accounting standard name. And then, yes, now, then your turn. Those students who have never answered, please raise your hand and try to participate in the class. Okay. Those students who want to answer for all accounting standards. Okay. Names of accounting standards. So raise your hands. Please, those students who have already answered in the last session, don't raise your hand. Okay, so नए students को मौका दीजिए. Let's start. So we started with the accounting standard 1, that is the disclosure of accounting policy. 2 is inventory valuation. 3 cash flow statement. 4 contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. 5 number is net profit or loss for the period. Prior period items and changes in accounting policies. Then 7 number is construction contract. 8 number is removed. 9 number revenue recognition. 10 number is property, plant and equipment. 11 number effects of changes in foreign exchange rate. 12 number accounting for government grant. 13 number accounting for investment. 14 number accounting for amalgamation. 15 employee benefits. 16 borrowing costs. 17 segment reporting. 18 related party disclosures. 19 leases. 20 earning per share. 21 consolidated financial statement. 22 accounting for taxes on income. 23 investment in associates in CFS. 24 is discontinuing operation. 25 interim financial reporting. 26 intangible assets. Financial interest in joint venture in consolidated financial statements. 27, 28 impairment. 29 provision, contingent liability and contingent assets. So friends, let's start. Meena Amrutha ji, yes, mic unmute कीजिए.
Sir,
Manish
good
ji,
morning.
good morning, good morning. You are from
Telangana, sir.
Telangana. चलो start कीजिए.
Yes, sir. Accounting Standard 1, Disclosure of Accounting Policies. Accounting Standard 2, Valuation of Inventory. Accounting Standard 3, Cash Flow Statement. 4, Contingents and events occurring after the balance sheet date. And 5, Profit and loss for the period, prior period items and changes in accounting policies.
7
7, Contingent liabilities.
construction contract.
Contracts. Sorry, sir. Construction contracts.
Hmm.
And 8
Removed.
8 was removed and 9 was
Revenue recognition.
recognition. 10 property, plant and equipment.
Hmm.
And 11 effects of changes in foreign exchange rates.
Okay, wait. Sai Charan, after 11. 12 number. Sai Charan ji.
Yes, AS12 deals with accounting for government grants. AS13 accounting for investments. AS14 accounting for amalgamation. AS15 employee benefits. AS16 deals with borrowing cost. AS17 segment reporting.
Bus. Sai Charan, you are from?
I'm from Tirupati.
Tirupati. Okay. Ramya ji.
Good morning, sir.
17.
AS17 segment reporting, AS18 related party disclosures, AS19 leases, AS20 earnings per share, AS21 consolidated financial statements.
Wait. Adishri ji.
Good morning, sir.
From?
Sir, Karnataka.
Okay.
AS22 accounting for taxes on income. AS23 accounting for investment in associated in consolidated financial statement. 24 discontinuing operation. 25 interim financial reporting.
Pooja.
Hello, sir.
हाँ जी बेटा. कहाँ से हो?
I'm from Tamil Nadu, sir.
Okay.
AS26.
All South Indian students only answering, huh? Other students, what happened? Okay.
Shall I continue, sir?
Yes.
AS26 intangible assets. AS27 financial reporting of interest in joint ventures. AS28 impairment of assets. AS29 provision, contingent liabilities and contingent assets.
Are you excited for accounting standard 1?
Yes, sir.
Have you done with other 3 chapters?
Yes, sir. I have done that, sir.
Have you written all 100 pages notes properly?
Yes, sir.
Have you maintained your 400 pages book?
Yes, sir. I'm maintaining that, sir.
And in last session, have you completed that illustration of going concern? We completed or not?
Sir, I have a one doubt in that sum, sir. You said we will discuss in this lecture.
Yes.
Relating to capital purchasing power, the answer in module is different and your answer is different, sir. It is not average price is not taken in a in module, sir. It is taken as 15,000 instead of
I will
14,000.
check it out. I will check it out.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yes, Rachna ji.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. कहाँ से हो आप?
Bangalore, Karnataka, sir.
Everyone is from South ही ना. आज बाकी students don't want to answer or what? हाँ जी, आस्था.
Yes, sir. I'm from Punjab, Ludhiana, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. And Jatin?
I am from Delhi.
Okay, चलो. So रचना, आस्था and जतिन अपने अपने माइक म्यूट रखिए मत, अनम्यूट रखिए. So रचना जी, randomly accounting standard 5. अच्छा, आस्था, accounting standard 5.
Net profit or loss for the prior period items and changes in accounting policies.
Jatin, accounting standard 8.
Sir, removed
Removed. AS 9.
revenue recognition.
13.
Accounting for investment.
17.
Uh, 17.
Astha 17.
Segment reporting.
Very good.
Segment.
Segment reporting. Rachna, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
18.
Related party disclosures.
23.
Accounting for investments in associate and consolidate financial statements.
28.
Impairment of assets.
Yes. Remaining students, you can answer to day after tomorrow. Okay. Chaliye. So let's start with the accounting standard 1. Yes, nice. Very good. Now everyone is participating in the class. It is very important that you should know all names of accounting standards. Other students who are not yet participating, please remove your fear. You can participate, you can answer, you can revise everything. And in next session, now we are going to start with the revision of first chapter. So next session, please recall all your 100 pages book concepts. Okay. Chalo. So let's start. Try to attend every session on Zoom. If you have problem of internet or network problem, because now I think Jio is creating a lot of problems. So those students who are having problem, they can attend on YouTube also. Okay. So afterwards you can watch it on YouTube, but try to attend every lecture live on Zoom session. Let's start. Oh, why? Thank you. Directly. Today, we are going to start with the accounting standard 1, that is a disclosure of accounting policies. Now see, why institute issued this standard, accounting standard 1? Why? What is accounting policies? Accounting policies means what principles you are following while preparation of your financial statements. What are you adopting? Selection and implementation. So accounting policies means principles. And that you have to disclose in your notes to accounts. I have shown on the very first day, financial statements consist of balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, and notes to accounts. Now, these notes to accounts are normally what policies, that is the general communication between you and company. In very simple way, company has given you, or board of directors or management, they have given you what policies they have followed while preparation of these financial statements. So policies का मतलब क्या होता है, हिंदी में समझ लीजिए. पॉलिसीज का मतलब ये होता है कि प्रिंसिपल्स जो हम लोग फॉलो कर रहे हैं, कब फॉलो कर रहे हैं, कौन से प्रिंसिपल्स? तो अकाउंटिंग के प्रिंसिपल्स. जब हम लोग बैलेंस शीट, P&L, CFS, SOC और नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स, मतलब फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स हम लोग जब बनाते हैं, तब ये कौन सी पॉलिसीज हम लोग फॉलो कर रहे हैं, इसका एक कम्युनिकेशन वो लोग देते हैं नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स के द्वारा. और ये नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स मतलब अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसीज होती है. इसको डिस्क्लोज करना जरूरी क्यों है? ताकि जो भी रीडर है, आप जैसे रीडर, अभी वो रिलायंस की बैलेंस शीट रीड कर रहे हैं, तो उनको ये समझ में आना चाहिए कि भाई हमने कौन सी पॉलिसी फॉलो की है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जब मैं इन्वेंटरी वैल्यूएशन आपको सिखाऊंगा, इन दैट वी आर गोइंग टू सी FIFO एंड वेटेड एवरेज मेथड. Suppose if there are investments, then we have to understand whether investments are long term or short term. If long term is there, then we will record it at cost, less reduction in the permanent value. But if it is a short term investment, then it will be at cost or market value, whichever is lower. If you are following government grant approach, then whether this is a capital receipt or revenue receipt, that we have to understand. In case of property, plant and equipment, which cost you have added back and which cost you have not added, that you have to disclose in notes to accounts. So notes to accounts is simply what you can say. It is a communication between you and company through one formal report that is called as notes. And these disclosures are always given at the end of every accounting standard, because I already explained you that this is accounting standards are divided in two parts, accounting standards, and some standards are only disclosure standards. Today we are going to see only disclosure standards, because chapter number 4 is basically depending on disclosure standards, and S1 gives you guidance while selecting any accounting policy. Okay, so if there is how you are going to select your accounting policies, some guidelines is given in accounting standard 1. Accounting standard 1 is basically what are fundamental assumptions, how you are going to select the policy. If you want to change the policy, how you are going to record it in the books of accounts, that also, or in notes to accounts, that also is given in disclosure of accounting policies. It is not a specific standard, but it is a general standard. Okay, try to understand this is not a specific standard related to asset, related to liability, related to income, expenses. No, this is how you are going to disclose it in the books of accounts, or in your notes to accounts, not books of accounts, notes to accounts. Some guidance is given in accounting standard 1. So I can say it's like it's the general accounting standard. It is not a specific accounting standard which talks about specific accounting policy. I hope you are clear with the concept. Okay. So accounting standards and disclosure standards, what is the difference? Accounting standards is divided in RMPD analysis. What is RMPD analysis? Recognition, measurement, presentation, disclosure. So any accounting standard, first we have to recognize this treatment, accounting treatment. Then we have to record the value of that treatment. Then we have to understand the presentation. And last part is disclosure in your notes to accounts or in balance sheet or even in P&L, how you are going to disclose it. That is about accounting standards. But what about disclosure standard? It talks about only disclosure. There is no RMP analysis. So ये याद रखना कि कोई भी accounting standard जो होता है वो दो parts में divide होता है, एक accounting standard और एक होता है disclosure standard. Accounting standard क्या बोलता है? RMPD analysis के बारे में बात करता है. RMPD analysis मतलब recognition, measurement, presentation, disclosures. Day before yesterday, I was watching one Marathi channel. In that, very beautifully, Nana Patekar said some things. When you will impress any person as an actor, if you know at least 5 to 6 lines, If you can by heart that 5 to 6 lines, then you can impress any audience. And normally he, guided to newcomers or new actors that they are not following this way. They are not, they just want to see that sentence, and they, they have to just see that sentences, and they act like yes, we know everything. But if you know Nana Patekar personally, he's a person who is having a tremendous knowledge. And he also guided, suppose, why are you thinking of failure? Now on Zoom also, if I ask some students to participate, don't worry. If you are getting the wrong answer, it's okay. But you try to communicate. It will boost your confidence. Though you are wrong, I will rectify you. And no one is going to laugh on you. So please, every student, though it is correct or not, and you are getting this platform of, Zoom, last batch students, they were not getting it. They have the problem of communication. And we improved with the technology. We are spending a lot of money on this technology. One person is there, technical person. Manish ji wahan pe hote hai, hamesha. Our remaining board of studies की team, Ajit sir, Asha ma'am, सब लोग ये सुनते रहते हैं. So we are spending so much amount on this for your career. So at least if you are getting the wrong answer also, try to communicate. Raise your hand. I will ask you questions. Okay. And it's possible. In my session, you will never get disappointment. You will always be happy. Sir is interacting with us. It's like one communication. Okay. And at least every student, and I'm taking these classes on Zoom from past 5 years. So I have great experience of this. From Corona, I started these Zoom classes. I stopped my face-to-face classes. Why? Because every student, they understand. Yes, here you can save your time. In face-to-face classes, daily 2 hours you are wasting in traveling and just time pass. Daily 2 hours means every one subject you can finish it within 30 days. Every 2 days, 2 hours daily sessions. So students, feel like you are in the face-to-face classes. I'm interacting with you, so you can easily answer all questions. Though it might be a wrong, what happens after 5-6 days, your interest is going to reduce in the subject. और ये मत होने देना. Okay. So my all branch classes I am taking on Zoom. So I have good experience how to communicate on Zoom. Okay. And you can understand that sir is asking us personally on after every concept. Okay. Chalo. So who is going to explain me? Accounting standards are divided in 2 parts. Yes, raise your hand. Vijay ji. हाँ जी, बोलिए. So accounting standards. चलो, बोलिए. Accounting standards.
Accounting standards are divided in 2 parts: accounting and disclosure. Accounting means RMP, requirement, recognizing, measurement, presentation, and disclosure requirement is different from RMP, and we are going to see disclosure in this AS1 and policy involved.
Whether AS1 is a okay, Vijayji, thank you. Pranav, whether
yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Whether accounting standard 1 is a general standard
Yes,
or accounting standard?
It's a disclosure standard.
But this is specific standard related to any assets or liabilities, or it is only talking general things?
Yeah, it is the general standard.
General standard. Okay. And tell me, what is policies?
The policies are certain rules which they follow for right.
हिंदी में बोलिए, कोई बात नहीं है. हाँ, बोलिए.
I'm from Kochi, sir, Kerala.
Okay, Kerala. See, policies are principles. I have written over here, no? Policies are principles which you follow in preparation of financial statements. Very good. And what are financial statements?
So they include balance sheet, P&L account, cash flow statements, notes to accounts, and statement of changes in equity.
Very good.
Thank
nice. You, so everyone now is compatible with the difference between accounting standard and disclosure standard, and this standard is very general accounting standard. Mute kar dijiye sabko abhi. What we are going to cover in this chapter? 5 parts. Fundamental assumptions, accounting policies, principles of accounting policies, changes in accounting policies, and last part is disclosure part. So what are fundamental assumptions? At the end of the session, statement of changes in equity. Myra ji, please don't miss a single session because I already covered it in the first session. What is statement of changes in equity? So those students who are not attending classes regularly, and if you joined in on any one day, so it's my request you first watch my all previous lectures, because these accounting standards are depending on the first lecture to last lecture are interlinked lectures. Okay. So what are the fundamental assumptions? Fundamental assumptions are, there are 3 types of assumptions. Number 1 is going concern concept. Now, what is going concern? We already seen in the last session, your business is going to continue in the foreseeable future. You're not going to stop your business. You're not going to curtail any operation. You are not going to cut down any operation. आप लोग कोई भी operation बंद नहीं करना चाहते हो, and that is called as going concern. Second one is accrual or consistency. Now, third one is accrual. Consistency means once you all adopted the policy, you cannot change it every year without any reason. And that reason we will find it out. If you want to change the policy, how you are going to change it. And third one is accrual. Accrual concept is nothing but expenditure and income are not recorded on the payment or receipt basis, but they are incurred or earned basis. So if you are paying salary of 11 months, but your employee, he worked for 12 months, so I will record expenditure of 12 months and not only a payment, that is the 11 months. So it's very important. In accountancy, we follow accrual concept of accounting and not cash concept of accounting. And if you want to understand, if I want to record only cash transactions, so we have a separate standard, that is accounting standard 3. We are going to take it as a separate chapter. So I'm not going to explain it over here. I'm going to take it in the separate chapter. So going concern, consistency, and accrual are 3 fundamental assumptions. Okay. So every student, you have to by heart these 3 fundamental assumptions and that sentences. So sentences is like, yes, try to understand the sentences. Enterprise will continue its operation. Please have running notes. Open, at least write it on 5-6 rough pages. Beta, have 5-6 rough pages. Don't listen only a session. Try to write something in the session. Okay. From the session. Write it. Write it. Fundamental assumption, going concern. I want every one of you will by heart this sentence. An enterprise will continue its operations. In exam, if you get this definition, going concern, in the foreseeable future, this is how you have to revise it. Every chart is there. I broke every sentence. If you want to by heart something, always break down that sentences. In foreseeable future, and no intention to curtail the scale of operation. Yashwantji, I will take your query afterwards. Now you please focus on this lecture. I will take your general queries at the end. No intention to curtail the scale of operations. It's called as going concern. Every student, yes, now you understood it. An enterprise will continue its operation in the foreseeable future, and there's no intention to curtail the operation, scale of the operation. So you're not going to stop it. Consistency. Once policy is adopted, practice of using same principles year after year, policies year after year for similar transactions in all accounting periods. Same accounting policies you are going to apply in, say, all accounting period. You can change it. But what happens? If you change it every year, it is not comparable. And for comparability purpose, we have to use consistency principle. Consistency is not important only in this accounting policies, but it is important in your real life also. For next 8 months, there is no question about time pass, only hard work, and hard work. Comparability is possible due to consistency. So consistency is very important in any courses. Okay, it's CA, CS, CMA, any courses, you need consistency. Chalo. Over, have you written some points? Yes. Accrual. Now, what is accrual? Accrual means received or paid is not important, but your expenditure earned, expenditure is never earned, income earned and expenditure incurred is important. What is incurred? Income, you earn it, and incurred is expenditure. So expenditure incurred is important and income earned is important, and received or paid is never important. Accrual concept also follows matching concept. So in same year of sales, you will record selling expenses or advertisement expenses or commission. So sales related to that year, you will record agent's commission, though you are paying it in the next year, but expenditure will be recorded in the same year of sales is an example of matching concept. In the year of sale, you will record agent's commission. Though your sale is in the current year and you paid agent commission in the next year, but still you will record it in the profit and loss account in the same year. Here sales and here commission in the same year. So payment is in the next year. Payment is not important. Paid is not important. Incurred is important. So matching concept has to be followed in case of fundamental accounting assumption. I hope you are clear with these fundamental assumptions. So there are 3 fundamental assumptions. Who is going to explain this fundamental assumption? Fatafat. Yes, Pooja. Yes, beta. Manish. Pooja. Fundamental assumption.
So there are 3 assumptions: going concern, consistency, accrual. Going concern means an enterprise will continue its operation. It is foreseeable in future. No intention to curtail the operation.
Very good.
Consistency. Consistency means practice of using same accounting policies
Year after year.
year after year. Or accrual cons.
What is the importance of consistency? It helps us for comparison. It helps us for comparison. Okay. Huh.
Okay, sir. Accrual. Received or paid or
Is not important.
earned. It is not important. Or earned or incurred.
Earned word is used for
Income.
and
Or
incurred word used for
expenses.
and in the same time you follow which principle along
Matching
with accrual? Matching principle. What is the example of matching concept?
Sell.
In the year of sale, you are going to record agent's commission. Though you have not paid agent commission. आपने agent commission next year में pay किया, फिर भी आप लोग record करोगे in the year of sale. Got the concept?
AS concept.
Yes. Now,
Sir, I am from Kolkata.
अच्छा, you are from Kolkata. Good. तो कोलकाता में कल पूजा हुई ना आपकी विश्वकर्मा पूजा?
Yes, sir.
ओके ओके, चलो तो अपना मोबाइल वगैरह आपने पूरा पूजा कर लिया ना? चलिए, ओके। नेक्स्ट, आज महाराष्ट्र के स्टूडेंट्स बहुत कम आए होंगे। कल अनंत विसर्जन था तो बहुत से लोग सोए नहीं रहेंगे, जो पुणे मुंबई स्पेशली। चलिए, सो नाउ yes, now we are going to see. Myra ji is saying, sir, how I am going to raise this hand? There is a feature in the more option, beta Myra, raise hand करके. So I think in more option only. No, not in more option. where it is in react option, in react में है. Okay. React में बेटा Myra ji, there is one option is called as raise hand. Got it? Okay. चलिए. So if you are not following fundamental assumptions, so try to understand this. If you are not following fundamental assumptions and if you are following fundamental assumptions, you don't have to write that I am following fundamental assumption. It is your responsibility. I should not say to my beta Daksh beta, my official child. So my son, I should not say him, your dad is working very hard for you and I'm earning money. It is my fundamental duty that to fulfill his needs, I have to work hard. So it is fundamental assumption. Try to understand in the same way. If followed, there is no need of any disclosure. If it is not followed, then it is a disclosure. If I'm not earning money, then I have to tell him, Daksh, now you have to dependent on your mom and not on me. She's also a chartered accountant. So if I am following fundamental assumption, I should not tell to my shareholders that I'm following for going concern concept, I'm following accrual concept, I'm following consistency concept. If I'm not following it, then I will disclose. Then I will tell to my shareholders through notes to accounts that I'm not following the fundamental assumption. I'm not going to curtail down my business. I'm going to shift it on net realizable value. So this is how you have to understand the fundamental assumptions. If followed, no need to disclose. If not followed, disclose. Okay. Write down it somewhere. Huh? Now, what are accounting policies? This is Rattamar definition, by heart definition. Rattamar means by heart. Accounting policies are principles that and methods of applying these principles. See, it's like, Abhimanyu. उसको चक्रव्यूह तोड़ना आता था, पर बाहर निकलना नहीं आता था. Similarly, principles you are aware, but you have to understand applying of this principle is also important. Methods of applying these principles. So it's not only you are selecting the principle, how you are going to apply it is also important. So selection and application, both are important. And these are adopted by the enterprise in the preparation and presentation of financial statements. Then it is called as accounting policies definition. By heart, this definition, policies are specific accounting principles and methods of applying those principles while adopted by the enterprise in the preparation of financial statements. Okay. याद हो गया definition, everyone? Yes, Ranju ji, can you define it? Accounting policies definition.
Okay, sir.
बोलिए.
Accounting policies?
Definition.
Definition.
Specific accounting principles. Okay.
Okay,
Supriya.
specific accounting principles, method of applying those principles, adopted the enterprises in the preparation of financial statements.
Very good. Adopted by enterprises in the preparation and presentation of financial statements. Supriya. Yes, Supriya.
Okay. So accounting policies is specific accounting principles and the method of applying those principles adopted by the enterprise in the preparations and presentation of financial statement.
Yes, Chetan. कहाँ से हो सुप्रिया? महाराष्ट्र से हो गया?
Yes, sir. I'm from Maharashtra.
और महाराष्ट्र में कहाँ से?
Mumbai, sir.
मुंबई से हो, चलो बढ़िया. ओके, चेतन.
Sir, accounting policies or the specific accounting principles and methods of applying those principles adopted by enterprises in preparation and presentation of financial statements.
वेरी गुड. कहाँ से हो?
Bangalore.
बैंगलोर. नेक्स्ट, examples of policies. Okay. Now, what are the examples of the policies? Items to be disclosed. For example, inventory. Inventory mein FIFO weighted average method is there where you are going to use it. These are examples of policies. Items to be disclosed. Inventories, FIFO and weighted average. Cash flow statement, we have direct and indirect method. Okay. In government grant, there is a capital receipt versus revenue receipt. So there are different accounting standard names and different policies. We are going to understand it. But see, which policy you have to select is not important. Nanda Gopalji, please try to attend these lectures because these are updated lectures. If your exam is in January, then you can go with previous lectures. But if your exam is in May, so and suppose if even in January, but you have sufficient time, then you can attend these lectures if you have not attended any previous lectures. So those students and who think I want proper revision, then that lecture. And those students who want quick revision or they have no patience, so they can attend from 25th. We are starting with a new batch only for January exam. So cash flow statement, direct versus indirect method, inventories, FIFO, weighted average. These are the examples of the policies. I hope you are clear with this concept of policies. Easy che? Ekdam? Okay. Now, principles of accounting policies. See, now there is very confusion, sir. If there are 2-3 policies, how we are going to select it? For example, suppose in Pune, we have I'm living near Katraj and Swargate is a main station, bus stand. From Swargate to Katraj, there are 3 routes. Suppose now one of your student want to meet me and he comes from any city. He has his bus from Swargate. And now there are 3 options of selecting route. Okay. Now that is your individual choice. Which route you will select. Similarly, in accounting policies also, we have different options. Institute has given you choice. Institute is not telling you that you adopt this principle. It is your choice. And whenever there is a confusion, it's like a marriage proposal in arranged marriage. It is very difficult, no? How to select that someone. Similarly, in accounting policies also there is a confusion. And whenever you are selecting any accounting policy, you can correlate it with the marriage proposal, Swargate to Katraj proposal or marriage proposal. It should be a prudence. Okay, very funny example, but recall it. Prudence concept. So सिलेक्शन करने में डिफिकल्टी होगा जब पॉलिसी, हिंदी में समझ लीजिए, पॉलिसी जब सिलेक्ट करोगे तब आपको बहुत सारे चॉइसेस अवेलेबल होंगे. ये शादी के प्रस्ताव की जैसा है कि सर हमारे पास अरेंज मैरिज में, लव मैरिज में तो देयर इज नो चॉइस. तो हम लोग कैसे सिलेक्ट करें सर? Similarly, accounting policies. Now, these accounting policies is a prudence concept. Now, what talks prudence concept? Sir, I also done this same way. Expenditure, once you recorded, anticipated loss you record it in the current year, and in future years it will give you profit, anticipated profits. You should not select it. एक ही टाइम पे फनी एग्जांपल इसलिए दे रहा हूं, एक बार का प्रॉफिट मत देखिए, रिकरिंग प्रॉफिट आएगा वो देखिए जब भी पॉलिसी सिलेक्ट करोगे. So anticipated losses and anticipated profits, prudence concept, everyone. Now you have to buy out that sentence. So selecting policy, prudence concept. So today that policy will give me a loss. Definitely. For example, suppose example. In FIFO method, if I record my closing stock today at 100 rupees, then tomorrow's stock will be 120 rupees. Example. So in weighted average, my closing stock today 120 rupees, tomorrow it will be 100 rupees remaining stock. I will record at 100 rupees. Suppose if I bought 220 rupees ka stock. Example. Out of that 100 rupees I left with. So which policy I will select? 120 closing stock means higher profit. Not allowed. 100 closing stock means lower profit today. Select FIFO method. Today it will give you closing stock at lower amount because there are different opinions. Now whether should I go with the FIFO or whether I should go by weighted average. Now there is a confusion. Sir, which policy should I select? Today you are getting a less profit, but tomorrow weighted average will give you low profit, but FIFO will give you high profit. So you should select such type of policy. As a chartered accountant, you should give advice to your client. You go with the principle which is giving you lower profit today, but higher profit in the future. Got the concept? Yes, sir. So while selecting the policy, prudence concept is important and not prudence concept is important, and prudence concept talks about no losses, anticipated losses recorded today, anticipated profits recorded tomorrow. Here consistency will be affected. No, Nitish, once you selected the policy, then you should not change it in the next year. No, once you selected FIFO, then in next year you should go with the FIFO. If you want to change it, there is a rule. Okay, next one. Substance over form. Now I will give you the example of substance over form, and then this will be very easy for you. Now what is substance over form? Suppose I bought one asset on loan. Try to understand. Now I will take your queries at the end. Wait. Conservatism and prudence concept are same. Yes. This is called as conservatism also. This rule is called as conservatism also. Okay. Now move to next example. Substance over form. I bought one asset on lease X, and here it is Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance. Now I have one option. Option 1. Every month I'm paying some amount to Bajaj Finance. Call it as rent and record it in your profit and loss account. Option 2. Record this asset in your books. Asset. Bajaj Finance is your liability. then whatever installment you are paying, principal amount will be deducted from this, and you will divide your installment in two parts. One is principal amount and second one is rent. And second one is interest, and that interest you will record it in the profit and loss account. So asset will be recorded in my books. How we are going to record it? We will call it as a finance lease. We are going to see it in the accounting standard 19, leases. So one option that I'm having, whatever amount I'm paying to Bajaj Finance, record as a rent. Second option, I will divide that amount in two parts. One is a principal amount and second one is interest amount. Principal amount I will record as a deduction from the liability, and interest amount I will record it in the profit and loss account. So different policies. One is showing rent, one is showing interest. Then how I'm going to select the option? See, legal ownership is not important, so you should not record it like rent. Amount के साथ नहीं बेटा, Nitish. We will see these questions. So it is very simple. Amount is like, for example, if I'm paying every month 5,000 rupees, one option I will record to rent 5,000, and one option 4,000 is principal amount, and 1,000 interest. So I will record 1,000 as interest amount as an expenditure. This is very simple. Why you want to understand it by taking example? I will take some examples in AS19. This is only the standard which gives you guidance, which policy you should select. Problems we are going to take it later on. Okay. So my dear, substance over form concept talks about Mr. X is the owner of the business, though he is not the owner of an asset. He controls the asset, not Bajaj Finance. Why? Bajaj Finance now is using that asset, no? As per only if it is not paid, he is not paid, unpaid seller or unpaid financer, then only he has a right to take that asset once again. Otherwise, he won't take the possession. So students, legal ownership is not important in accounts. Substance is important. Substance means see the control of an asset. Who is using that asset? And therefore, who is using that asset? Mr. X is using that asset. So he will record the asset. And while selecting the policy, you should see the substance and not the legal ownership. Okay. One more example. Suppose if I'm selling goods to you and I will take that goods after 3 months from you. I'm selling goods to you at 100 rupees and repurchasing at 120 rupees. Then it's why you sold for 100 rupees? I need finance. And therefore I sold it for 100. And I bought it again from you at 120. See, this is called as repurchase agreement, repo. And when I'm taking these goods once again from you, so this is not purchase sale. You should not record it like purchase sale. You should record 20 rupees as interest. This is like finance. I'm going to record it. If there is a repurchase agreement in that case. So legal form is purchase sale. It's not important. Substance is important. This is also one of the example of substance over form. Materiality. Materiality means which influence the decision of the user. Though amount is small, but suppose it influences your decision. For example, loss by theft, very small amount. But this is why you should record it separately, because you have to tell to your reader there was a theft in my office. So materiality, I should record it separately. Assume if you have expended some amount and you have written it in miscellaneous expense and it doesn't affect the decision, it's okay. I have not prepared a separate head. It's okay. Then that will be a materiality concept. Materiality means what? Which influences the decision of the user. जिससे डिसीजन का मन बहक सकता है और फिर भी आपने वो नहीं बताया, तो उसको बोलेंगे मटेरियलिटी. मटेरियलिटी मतलब मैंने सपोज खर्चा किया, मैंने 2 खर्चे किए. मेरा अर्निंग सपोज महीने का 5 लाख रुपया है और मैंने 2 लाख का खर्चा किया. अरे बाप रे सर, 2 लाख का खर्चा आपने कर दिया. यस, तो ये खर्चे का नाम मुझे लिखना पड़ेगा, मिसलेनियस लिखूंगा नहीं मैं. और वही मैंने 200 रुपए का बेटा दोस्तों के साथ चाय पिया, 5 लाख कमा रहा हूं तो ठीक है ना, 200 ही तो गलाया. आपने लिख दिया मिसलेनियस एक्सपेंस. ओके, डजंट अफेक्ट योर डिसीजन. मटेरियलिटी. Got the concept? Now, in technical words, the uncertainty, risk of uncertainty associated with future events. Profits are not anticipated. Losses have to be provided. So provision should be known for all liabilities and losses. Long-term investment should be recorded at cost and short-term investment. Wrong, huh? Short-term investment. यहाँ पे गलत हुआ है. Short-term investment. One more. I will take a screenshot of this. मेरे से गलत हुआ है. Short-term investment I should record at cost or NRV, whichever is lower. Same principle for inventory. Substance over form. Transactions and other events should be accounted for and presented in accordance with their financial reality and not the legal form. Transactions and events are accounted for and presented in accordance with financial reality and not legal form. Lessor, accounting standard 19, is legal owner, but actually lessee bears a risk and rewards. So he records the asset in finance lease. Now what is finance lease and operating lease? I will explain it in AS19. Don't worry. So lessor means who is the legal owner, and lessee is a person who is taking the asset on lease. But still he will record as an asset. Who? Lessee. Legal ownership is not important. So why? We will try to understand it in AS19. Just recall this principle. Materiality. The items of the knowledge of which might influence the decision of the user of the financial statement, not always a matter of relative size. Remember, if small amount is also there, but which influence the decision, loss by theft, we have to record it separately. This is a principle of materiality. It is a serious question that there is a fraud. If though amount is small, you should record it. So your internal control is not proper. Audit teacher will tell you about internal control. Okay? Next one. Yes. Have you noted down, beta, all these principles? All of you? Who wants to explain? On rough pages, beta. Write down this. I will give you a screenshot at the end. Don't worry. Who wants to explain this? All three principles. So it will definitely improve your confidence. Yes, Lakshita ji, बोलिए.
हेलो.
हाँ जी, बोलिए.
हेलो.
नीतीश पूछ रहा है
Yes,
हिंदी
sir.
इंग्लिश में एक्सप्लेन करो क्या? हाँ बेटा, कर सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. हाँ, हिंदी में भी बोलना है, कोई भी बोल सकता है, डोंट वरी.
So prudence means we should record anticipated loss today, but profit should be recorded tomorrow. Lower profit will be recorded today, but higher profit will be tomorrow.
Okay.
In substance over form, transaction and other events should be actual and presented in accordance with financial reality, not in legal form. In materiality, it will influence the decision of users. For example, loss by
Not always a matter of relative size. Okay.
yes.
Yes, very good. Sai Charanji, can you explain it?
Sir, good morning, sir. Sai Kiran, sir.
Sai Kiran.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Because name is like Sai Charan you have written.
And Sai Kiran, sir. Sai Kiran. There are accounting policies.
No.
Sir.
Then Sai Charan is different student. Okay. Okay, it's okay now. Now you answer.
Whether I can continue, sir?
Yes.
There are three accounting policies, sir. Prudence, substance, or form of materiality. Prudence means losses whenever it is occurred, we have to record it immediately. Profit, we have to record only it occurs. Substance or form means financial ownership is the main and not the legal ownership. Basing
Losses,
on financial,
anticipated profits will not be recorded. Actual profits will be recorded.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
In substance or form, financial ownership is the main, not the legal ownership. Basing on financial ownership, you have to record the transactions. That whenever you have taken a loan from any financial institution, principal is to be reduced in the liability, interest is to be reduced from the profit and loss account. But asset created out of that loan is to be shown in the asset. And next, third one, substance or form, sir. It is irrespective of the size of the item, when it is going to affect the decision of the user, we have to disclose it in the accounting notes.
Okay.
Sir, I'm having one clarification, sir.
Okay.
This inventory valuation, it was mentioned about PIF on weighted average, but I think specific identification method is the most accepted one. That is whether it is to be mentioned or not, just my doubt, sir.
Specific identification method, then you do not have FIFO and LIFO method and weighted average. We are going to understand it in the accounting standard too. Then you can ask me this question.
But that is the most accepted one, na? Just my doubt.
Specific identification method is not possible in real life. That's why you are using FIFO and weighted average method. No. Specific identification method means you have to write price tag on every inventory, and it is not practically possible. When you have different prices, the inventory having the similar nature, it may get interchange.
Okay.
I will explain this theories. Don't worry.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Is it helpful for you? All these
Yes,
sessions
sir,
which are going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I'm actually a retired banker, sir. I've taken voluntary retirement from the bank. I am aged 54. Now I am interested in studying CA and I started doing it.
Very good. Hats off to you. Other
Thank you,
students, you can take this as opportunity. See, he is of having age of 54, but still is studying. And you are of only 20, 21, but still you don't want to study. See the dedication after 50s also.
Sir, I am also
Guntur,
34.
Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I am also 34 and married.
Okay,
Asta.
Yeah, sir, this is not the age at all. I am 56, Prakash Sharma.
Arey wah.
I am a gazetted officer here in the Rajasthan government and very well to voluntary retirement.
Very motivating for us also. After
I have been a student of Girish Ahuja, sir, earlier. A
Okay.
systematic approach to income tax.
Great. Okay.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, Hardik.
Sir, do we record, sir, in hire purchase also, a substance over form will prevail?
Hire purchase we record as an asset.
Sir, no, sir.
Yes.
In hire purchase also, the substance over form
Yes,
method will
it is
prevail.
applicable. Yes, it is applicable. भोला जी आपने लिखा हुआ है आई एम 19, आई एम बेरोजगार. Don't worry, you will get your roji roti after becoming CA and great amount. Don't worry. Okay. But just clear your exam.
Sir, I need a clarification regarding going concern concept. Today we have some companies registered and they are functioning as special purpose
Okay.
vehicles. And we know that once their assignment is completed, they will be struck down or closing their operations. So is this concept applied on them?
Going concern concept is actually not applicable for them, but we are not aware about when they are going to shut down their business. Exactly at the beginning. Once they understood, yes, we are going to close down it after 1 year, 2 years, then they can follow. Going concern assumption is not valid. Okay.
Basically, we can see some construction companies who are involved in some tunnel projects or some hydro projects. They have an estimated time of completion of the project for 4 years or 5 years, and it is presumed that they will finalize their operations.
But it is very difficult to calculate every year that net realizable value, and it is also not. It is worthless. No, every time they will follow NRV approach, so they will continue with their historical cost approach.
Oh, sir, second is consistency. Let us suppose we are going to shift our policy like depreciation from SLM to written down. Who has the authority to approve this policy? Is it board of directors or it is in the annual general meeting?
No, it is board of directors. But obvious, any AGM, this decision is not going to pass. Okay, but as an, if you are attending that general meeting, and if you think that policy, why you change the policy, you can ask their accountant in that meeting. Okay.
Number third is accrual concept. Accrual, we understand we have to record it on the date when it occurred, whether it is expense, whether it is earning.
Okay.
But when we say the prudence, let us suppose I made sales to 3 parties, 4 parties. 2 are in cash, 2 are in credit, and I will record all of the 4. And after 6 months, after a year, one is turned out to be doubtful, another turned out to be bad debt. On the one hand, in accrual system, I will record whole of my business and I will pay the taxes also. And after few months, after 6 months, I came to know that one of the buyer turned out to be defaulter. And as per conservatism or prudence, I should not have recorded it. Is it so?
No. Now, if you are not doubtful in the first year.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you have sold goods of ₹100 and you are not doubtful in the first year. Okay. So you record it as a sales. For example, see, sales you recorded ₹100 and your debtors you record ₹100. You are not doubtful means your ₹100 will be shown as a debtor. Now assume if you are doubtful for ₹10, then you will not reduce your sale, but you will record it as loss, RDD. And in income tax, this provision is not allowed. Income tax and accounting are not following the same principle. In income tax, reserve for doubtful debts or provision for doubtful debts is not allowed. You have to pay tax on 100. But suppose it turns as a bad debts, then income tax allows when there is actual bad debts. And in accountancy, when there is actual bad debts, you will record ₹90 as a loss in the next year. So there is no, in conservatism and accrual are two different concepts. Here, cash concept is not there. Here we are recording it on the credit basis, but conservatism talks about recording of losses which are you are going to incur in the future. That losses you will record over here. Good question. Yes, Umarji. All three questions are really good examples, real life examples. You understood your query?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So income tax and accounts don't get mixed, these two things. Both are having different approaches.
Is it possible to have hybrid system of accounting then?
No. Mandatory accrual concept. Hybrid, normally we applied it in non-profit organizations because normally they follow cash concepts. So they follow hybrid system, but it is again against of accounting standard 1. You have to compulsorily follow accrual system. In government accounting, normally people follow cash system of accounting. Okay, not accrual concept, because revenue recognition is basically is not sure. And therefore in AS9, I'm going to explain this. AS9 revenue recognition, when you are not sure about your income, you should postpone your income, and therefore that will be recorded as a cash concept. Okay.
As far as materiality is concerned, is there any rule of thumb? What should I consider material?
That is different for person to person. What is material for me is will be different for you. And
No,
this is pure board of directors option.
I'm saying for the companies. So let us suppose my turnover of my company is 500 crores. Somebody is having just 5 lakhs or 50 lakhs. Is there any rule of thumb what I can consider material or not consider material?
1% rule you can compare. If you are having 1% expenditure, then you should more than 1%, and then you should have separate head for that expenditure. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that is again person to person. Umarji, I think you are having experience of working in real.
Yes, sir. I am working in one of the hydro company in the Jammu and Kashmir.
Okay. Good. So changes in accounting policies now. And accounting policies can be changed only if, when you are going to change this accounting policy, number one, if it is a change in the statute. So government or law, it changed and they removed any policy specifically. For example, FIFO they removed. Example. Then you should not use that FIFO policy in the future, and then you can change that policy. Second one, there is a change in the accounting standards. And third one is for the better presentation. So better presentation, you can record it in the books of account. You can change these policies. Now, very important point. If it is material in the current period, that change, due to change, your amount is going to change. And amount is ascertainable, then you should record, due to this change, my profit is going down or my profit is going up by dash dash rupees. If I followed the same method, then my profit was like 5,000 rupees. And now I changed the method. So my profit is now 5,700 rupees. So you should ascertain, if it is ascertainable, then record that sentence in notes to accounts. If amount is not ascertainable, then facts should be disclosed. We shifted the method, but we cannot find out the amount, ascertain the amount of change. Suppose if amount is not material in the current period, there is no change in the profit, but it is going to affect in the future period, then you also disclose this fact. In current period, this method will not get you any different opinion, but after certain years, your profit is going to differ. एक बार हिंदी में समझ लीजिए. देखिए, यदि आपने पॉलिसी को चेंज किया और पॉलिसी को चेंज किया और वो अमाउंट बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंट हो गई, तो ये कितने से आपका प्रॉफिट अफेक्ट हुआ, ये फैक्ट नहीं, ये अमाउंट आपको डिस्क्लोज करनी है. बट यदि आप अमाउंट फाइंड आउट नहीं कर पाते हो, तो आपको ये फैक्ट लिखने कि मैंने मेथड तो चेंज किया, पर मुझे इतना, ये अमाउंट हम लोग अभी असर्टेन नहीं कर सकते. यदि आपकी अमाउंट फ्यूचर में अफेक्ट होने वाली है मेथड बदलने के बाद, तो फैक्ट जो है वो तो भी आपने डिस्क्लोज करना चाहिए कि हमारा फ्यूचर में प्रॉफिट बहुत अफेक्ट होने वाला है, अभी फिलहाल इस साल कुछ भी प्रॉफिट अफेक्ट नहीं हुआ. सो ये चेंज करने के बाद ये आपको लिखना पड़ेगा. And last part of the standard is disclosure. all significant policies of every accounting standard, true and fair view, and proper disclosure would facilitate more meaningful information to the user. Remember, so such information you have to record. In the absence of disclosure, it is assumed that fundamental assumption is followed, and changes in accounting policies, you have to tell to your reader that we changed the policy, and this is what accounting standard 1. Let's have some quick MCQs. Which of the following statement would not be correct in relation to disclosure? Please write it in the chat section, fatafat. Tell me the answer. Read it carefully. Any change in the accounting policy which has a material effect should be disclosed. The amount by which item to be financial statement is affected by such change should be disclosed to the extent of ascertainable. Where such amount is not ascertainable, wholly or in part, if a change is made in the accounting policy which has no material effect on the financial statement for the current period, but which is reasonably expected to have material effect in the later period, the fact of such change should be appropriately disclosed. If change is made in the accounting policy which has material effect on the financial statement for the current period and reasonably expected to have a material effect in the later period, the fact should be changed. Approximately disclosed only in later period. No, same period you have to disclose it. So D is a wrong answer. In same year, you have to disclose the fact. And even amount also. Adopt of different policies. Comparison is possible. We already done that. Same industries, comparison is possible. Prudence, selection of accounting policy, prudence, comparability, materiality, substance over form. Comparability. Thank you. So we are done with the accounting standard 1. I will give you screenshots at the end of the session. This is 8:15 already. So we are going to meet at 8:30. Have a small break. I hope you are clear with this accounting standard 1. If you have any question, yes, we are going to see some questions, but not in the today's session. I will give you some homework. How to write the answer, I will explain it in the next session. From study material, you have some questions in study mat. So you can use your study material. Yes. Sir, in case I want to watch this lecture once again, on YouTube, it is freely available on ICAI Tube channel. Yes. Any other query? Just raise your hand. And please don't waste time in asking different questions because a huge syllabus is there. Or आप irrelevant questions मत पूछिए. Even on boss, it is available. Yes. राम जी, लास्ट सेशन का डाउट के लिए मैं आपको सेपरेट टाइम दूंगा बिकॉज टुडे आई हैव टू कवर 2 अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स. AS20 आई हैव टू स्टार्ट विथ once again. So yes, we will give some separate time for this. Okay. See, we have short of time. We have only 70 sessions and huge syllabus is there. Okay. Chaliye. So please take a break. And yes, this my team, they worked very hard beta for creating these PPTs and all. So I hope you are getting all these PPTs very properly and it is very useful for all of you to understand this presentation. Okay. So we had a lot of efforts from last 10 years. तो उसका ये नतीजा है. Thank you. चलिए. So yes, beta, I will take your query afterwards. Extra questions, I will give it. Don't worry. चलो. ओके. सो यूट्यूब पे बेटा एक लाइक बटन प्रेस किया जाए तो आपके बाकी बच्चों को भी रिकमेंडेशंस आ जाते हैं. सो आप ये जब भी यूट्यूब पे भी देखते हो तो मैक्सिमम आईसीआई ट्यूब पे लाइक बटन भी प्रेस किया करो ताकि रिकमेंडेशन आगे फ्लो होता है स्टूडेंट्स को. थैंक यू. Let's start with accounting standard 20. I will give you time to take screenshots at the end. So students, why I'm starting not with accounting standard 3, 17 and 18? Because today's lecture we already studied in detail about accounting standard 1 and which is a purely theory session. Now we'll do some practical work. So practical part will be easy for you and this is accounting subject. So it's better that we are going to start with S20 practical questions. Okay. So first, what is accounting standard 20? Yes, it is earning per share. This is earning per share. Now, what is earning per share? See, this is a practical standard, disclosure standard on which you can expect illustration part. Okay, not theory part. Now your maximum paper is actually practical based, though it is a practical, but you are having, due to accounting standard, huge theory. Before starting accounting standard 20, whether you are comfortable with accounting standard 1 or not, how to understand. See, if you can read theory part very easily from study mat and you are able to understand the concept, then beta, your faculty has taught you very well. See, fundamental assumptions. Yes, already covered this chart. Going concern, consistency, accrual. You read your study mat today itself. Accounting policies. We already studied what is accounting policies. Then selection of accounting policies. We are done with the selection of accounting policies. Practical questions I have not yet taken because this is first. You will read it from the study material and in next session when you come for the class, I will take all these illustration parts. Okay. But for accounting standard 20, we'll take accounting standard 20 practical part first and then theory part. So your faculty is aware about how to start with the topic. So trust on him. Illustration 1, 2, 3, you will study from study mat and you will come to the next class from study. And this already we covered all these TYK questions, MCQ questions and TYK questions. You will do it in the next session. Yes. Proper strategy hai. Promise me कि yes sir, next session में we will read it from the study material and we will try to find out all questions, practical questions. Don't write the answer in 400 pages book. I will give you screenshots in the next session. How to write the answer, I will tell you it in the next session. But before that, you go through this illustration number 1, 2, 3. Okay. Should I take it now or you will read from the study mat? You will read it first. Okay. तो आपका नेक्स्ट सेशन में मैं ये क्वेश्चंस लेने वाला हूं. तो आप लोग स्टडी मैट में से पढ़ के आओ, क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो एंड फिर मैं आपको बताता हूं कि कैसे लिखना है अकाउंटिंग स्टैंडर्ड्स के क्वेश्चन. 1 का 1 इज प्योरली थ्योरी स्टैंडर्ड. 20 विल टेक इट इन द टुडे सेशन. यस बेटा, ओल्ड स्टडी मटेरियल में इतने चेंजेस नहीं है रिया, मैं बता दूंगा. इफ देयर आर सम चेंजेस आई विल टेल यू. Other subject tips, beta Mithun. See, every faculty of ICAI, now what happened from last 5-6 years, they selected best faculties. But you cannot compare each and every faculty's teaching style. It is an art, but obvious. So other faculties better, you can follow the same way, maintain your 100 pages book. A short tip from my side. In law also, you maintain your 100 pages book where you should read, now I'm taking this quick revision also, quick revision. in this batch, what I'm going to do, quick revision. I'm going to upload all these things. So AS1 disclosure of accounting policies, concept 1, all these concepts, is selection of accounting policies and disclosure of accounting policies. So all these facts better and over AS1. So this is how I come with the quick revision. In other subjects also, you maintain your 100 pages book beta. In costing, you maintain your formula book. In FM also, you maintain your formula book. Income tax, you maintain your section book separately. So you can follow my technique for other subjects also. And I don't know about other teachers, but whether they are asking you questions in the class or they take your questions at the end. I don't know about these things. Normally, I ask you cross questions also in the class. So I don't know about these things. Yes. अरे वाह हार्दिक. सो बाकी फैकल्टीज क्या मतलब आपको वो देख लीजिए एक बार. And I hope you are maintaining 100 pages book for each and every subject. ठीक है.
Sir, one clarification, sir. Sir, last Friday, some queries on equity, assets, liability, and going concern, that questions are there. Now, that question bank, can you please upload in the notes, sir?
Okay. That past examination questions. Yes.
Please.
I will upload.
Okay.
सर टैक्स में क्या प्रोविजन, टैक्स प्रोविजंस याद करना होता है क्या सेक्शन के साथ, या फिर ओनली समझना हाउ टू कॉम्प्यूट इज इनफ? नो बेटा, प्रोविजन याद मतलब यस, डिक्टो प्रोविजन नो नीड टू रिकॉल इट as it is. Just try to understand the provision and try to solve some questions. Okay, full provision is not possible. Kirtirawat, other faculties are also good, but only teaching style might be a different. Okay, ठीक है. In substance over form, how to deal with the business of similar in nature and same in the market, takes it items from others and return it later on when stock is available. No beta, similar it is purchase and sale transaction. It is not substance over form. It is purchase sale transaction. Okay, ठीक है. ये सुमित जी, your question means you are just saying कि yes, I am just buying it from my neighbor because I just want to sell it and I will return it afterwards. So it is not substance over form. Okay, it is mutual understanding. It is only a mutual understanding. No value is decided. You are just exchanging that asset with that purchase goods with your stock. Okay. No, it is only the barter time, barter exchange. So you will apply your purchase rate over there only. Okay, I understood what you want to ask. Thank you, beta Anish. Chaliye. So now let's move. Concepts of accounting standard 20. Now let's understand. Have you started with your financial management? Yes or no? Not yet, no? Financial management. Costing nahi, financial management. Acha, you started with the ratio analysis. Okay, very good, very good. So you already started with the ratio analysis. Okay. Now, see, earnings available to equity shareholders. What is the full form? Earnings, you can write over this in rough pages, to equity shareholders. Equity shareholders. See, here is normally your sales. Normally, you have sales. In financial management, you have variable cost. You have variable cost. So you get contribution. For you students, beta, I am now solving some questions of financial management and costing on CalC directly. All questions on CalC. So it is very helpful for your revision. You can take it from my channel. Okay, but that session will be in Hindi, but it will be helpful to do your revisions. Huh? So yes, take a benefit. It is a free of cost. So don't worry. तो उतना आप कर सकते हो. So it's only for your benefit, huh? All of you. I'm not associated with any private classes. It is only for your benefit. I'm putting all these lectures free of cost. How to do it on CalC directly. Okay. So sales minus variable costs is a contribution. From contribution, you will deduct fixed cost. So contribution में से fixed cost you will deduct. So you will get EBIT. What you will get? Earning before interest and tax. Yes, beta. Sanket Shah करके. Rohit. So contribution minus fixed cost, you will get earning before interest and tax. Then you will deduct interest. Now this is a financial management format. Interest. So you will get EBT, earning before tax. And from earning before tax, you deduct tax. So you will get PAT. And from profit after tax, you will deduct preference dividend to get earnings available to equity shareholders. These earnings available to equity shareholder, ITESH, is actually total earnings for shareholders. But this is not beta. We record, we will divide it by number of shares to get EPS. PD means preference dividend. PD means preference dividend. Preference share capital. So PD means preference dividend. This is profit after tax. And this is earning before tax. I for interest, fixed cost, and VC is variable cost. Both of them you can write. If you don't want to directly write contribution and fixed cost separately, you can directly write sales minus operating expenses. And you can get the EBIT. If you don't bifurcate variable cost and fixed cost separately, then you can, instead of writing variable cost and fixed cost, you can write operating expenses directly. ITESH. ITESH is a final answer. Earnings available to equity shareholder. We will call it as ITESH. Sales minus variable cost contribution. Yes, I want format of this from each of you. Yes, recall this format fatafat like this. Sales minus variable cost is contribution minus fixed cost, EBIT, earning before interest tax, less interest. So you will get earning before tax, then less tax, then you will get PAT, profit after tax. Profit after tax minus preference dividend, you will get ITESH. Yes. Contribution, the word is called as variable cost, fixed cost. Your costing faculty will tell you why this is contribution, and financial management faculty will tell you, see, up to this part is a part of costing. And after this, it's a part of FM. And after this, it is a part of accounts. कॉस्टिंग खत्म होगा, एफएम खत्म होगा, फिर अकाउंट स्टार्ट होगा. ओके, सो इतेश इज अर्निंग्स अवेलेबल टू इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर. Three in one. Yes, beta Mithun. Yes. Who will tell this pro forma? Sales minus variable cost contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost is EBIT, earning before interest tax, less interest. EBT, less tax. PAT. Yes, beta. Aisha Khan ji. Unmute कीजिए खुद को और मुझे फॉर्मेट बताइए. Sir, contribution, your financial management will faculty, account costing faculty, Ria, he will tell you this contribution. This is the term called as contribution. Sales minus variable cost. Aisha, बोलिए.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sales minus variable cost, contribution, contribution minus fixed cost, EBIT, EBIT minus interest, earning before tax minus tax, earning before tax
Profit
minus
after tax.
profit after tax minus preferred dividend, ETH.
Very good. Vaishnavi?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Vaishnavi. Format एक बार बोल दीजिए.
Sales minus variable cost equals to contribution minus fixed cost equals to EBIT minus interest equals to earning before tax minus tax equals to profit after tax minus preference dividend equals to earnings available to equity shareholders.
I can
Divi-
say, very good. Divided by number of shares is EPS. This time, yes, institute and we people are very lucky that really we are getting good students, and it is very, we are also feeling very blessed ki yes, we got such type of students who are answering it very fast. You are raising your hand immediately and many students want to interact. It's really very important. I can see your energy level also. मतलब मजा आ गया इस बार. Really, I'm enjoying these classes. Zoom platform is good. Yes, beta. Yes, definitely. Sai Charanji, Zoom platform is good. Okay. और हमारे मनीष जी इज वेरी गुड बेटा. ही इज ऑलवेज डूइंग दिस ऑल दिस थिंग्स. टेक्निकल पर्सन हमारे बहुत अच्छा है, तुरंत म्यूट अनम्यूट करते रहते. सो इज ऑल्सो अटेंडिंग क्लासेस.
Sir, one clarification, sir.
Okay.
Sir, regarding this EBIT, it was mentioned. Now I'm asking about EBITDA, where this depreciation and amortization will
In
come, sir.
financial management, EBTA, EBITDA, before here you can take EBITDA, then you can deduct depreciation, and then you can take EBIT. Yes, some people write in this way also. Depreciation also, they are showing it separately.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, yes, good. In financial management, but this is the normal pro forma that we have to understand. Some people, they show depreciation separately before interest. Okay. Yes. So Itesh divided by number of shares. Now you are getting earning per share. Now see, now problem is that, sir, this we have to disclose in our profit and loss account. Suppose now, example, why EPS is declared, why EPS is shown, because every shareholder, he must be aware about what is the earning he is getting from share. Now, if you see the price earning ratio, so you can easily find out market price, PE, market price per share divided by E, earning per share. This is called as P ratio. And this ratio indicates, in ratio analysis, you are already aware about this. This ratio indicates higher the ratio means you have invested more or you are getting more as compared to your earning. For example, suppose if ratio is 8:1. So you are getting 1 rupee and market price is 8 rupees. So P ratio is higher. It shows your earning is 1, but your market price is 8 times of your share. If it is 5, your earning per share is of 1, but your market price is 5. And what is the opposite of P ratio? What is the opposite of P ratio? Yes, any one of you. What it's called as ratio analysis done? No. It is called as capitalization rate. What is called as capitalization rate? Opposite means EPS upon MPS. EPS upon MPS. Okay, not yet completed. ठीक है. बड़ा formula book separate maintain करना in financial management and in costing, please. Otherwise, बाद में बहुत रोना आएगा. At the end, you won't revise a single thing. So it's better to maintain it properly from very first day. Now, Itesh divided by number of shares, how we have calculated, we got earning per share. Sir, now the question is, so it's very simple. Then why do we need this accounting standard? Why introduce you accounting standard? In financial management, the simple formula is there, earning per share, Itesh divided by number of shares. But see, in financial management, we are always in the stage of deciding, planning stage. And in accounts, we are in the execution stage. Two different subjects, two different approaches. Financial management talks about planning stage. It never calculates earning per share after. See, we have to first tell to our financial manager, finance manager, CEO, that earning we are going to receive in the future. But in accounts, we are not communicating to our finance manager. In accounts, our readers are our shareholders. And to them, we are disclosing this EPS. हम लोग हमारा EPS किसको डिस्क्लोज कर रहे हैं? शेयर होल्डर्स को डिस्क्लोज कर रहे हैं. FM में क्या होता है? हम लोग किसके साथ बात करते हैं? हमारे फाइनेंशियल मैनेजर के साथ. वो प्लानिंग करता है. कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर, यस. तो फोरकास्टिंग is in FM. Very good, beta Anirudh. And history is in accounts. So फिर EPS ये standard क्यों आया? Why we introduce EPS standard? ICAI introduced EPS only due to because your number of shares are not same throughout the year. Sir, throughout the year, your number of shares are not same. We are having some shares on 1st of April. See the question. Question में समझ में आ जाए. Here only. S20, 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 summary questions. Huh? See, on 1st January, we have 1800 shares, my dear. Then on 31st May, we issued more shares, 600. So how many shares I have? 600 shares. And on 1st November, I bought back. Bought back means company has taken these shares from the shareholder. 1800 already issued, 600 now company issued, and 300 now company has taken it from the shareholder. There are rules. Buyback, we have a separate chapter. We have rules for buyback. Correct. So 300 shares we bought back and we left with 2100 shares. Sir, then suppose if I divide it, because practically we are calculating in on 31st of March. So, sir, it's very simple. Itesh, whatever earnings you have, divided by 2100. It's very simple. Then why there is need of accounting standard? No. Now you can see 1800 shares are with me for full 12 months. Start to end. 600 shares. Now this is the December ending. December ending. Sir, how you understood? Because you started with 1st January. If I started with 1st April, then it is March ending. May month. So these 600 shares are from June, 31st May, maybe I won't consider. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So 7 months. And 300 shares are not with me. So minus 300. For how many months? November and December. 2 months. So you should not divide with 2100 because your holding period. What is different? Your holding period of the standard, these shares are different, and therefore we calculate weighted average number of equity shares, WANES. What is called as weighted average number of equity shares, WANES. So should I divide by 2100? No. I should divide by 1800 full 12 months. 600 into 7 divided by 12. 350. This is equivalent to 350 shares according to their holding period. So holding period means weighted average number of shares. And 300 into 2 by 12. 50, I will take it in the negative figure. So 1800 plus 350 minus 50 means here the answer is you are getting 2100. But this is your normal answer is also 2100. And by coincidence, by calculating weighted average number of shares, you are getting the answer 2100. It is not every time. Huh? So those students who are dividing it by directly 2100, sir, we are getting the same answer. Wait, that is by coincidence. So whenever you are calculating this number of shares, you should see the holding period, and therefore institute issued accounting standard 20 if you are issuing shares at different time. This is the first concept. I'm not going to take theory today. I just want to tell you how in every situation your earnings will get changed. So first I will take practical problems, and in next session I will take a theory. Okay, so sir knows now how to take this standard. In S1 I have taken theory first and then illustrations, but here I will first clear your illustrations and then I will shift to theory part. It will be easy for you. So you got the concept of accounting standard 20. Why S20 is introduced? Because number of shares are not same throughout the year. Holding period is different. And how I calculated? See, now there are two ways. Way one, you understood it. 1800 into 12 by 12, 600 into 7 by 12. That is how you calculated number of months up to from which date? Transaction date up to 31st December you considered. This is the option number 1. This is the option number 1, where you will consider individual shares multiplied by their respective holding period. No, buyback holding period up to 31st December. You deducted up to 31st December. So 10 months you won't consider. You will consider which is not with you, and therefore you deducted, no? So good question. So 10 by 12 we should consider? No. We should consider up to 31st December. So from 1st November up to 31st December, 2 by 12, and these shares are not with you, and therefore you deducted that. Okay, got the concept? So don't consider 10 months. Huh? Option 2, you will go by cumulative approach. Cumulative shares. You will get the same answer. Here, you won't consider up to 31st December. Here you will consider number of months up to next transaction. up to next transaction. Sir, how? 1800 shares from 1st January up to 31st May. I have 1800 shares. For how many months? 1st January to 31st May. 5 months. Then on 31st May, I have 1800 plus 600. I have 2400 shares, but up to 1st November, June, July, August, September, October, next 5 months. And on 1st November, I withdrawn 300 shares. So 2100. Now I have minus 300 shares. For how many months? For 2 months, November and December. See the calculation. This is 750. This is 1000. This is 350. Take the total. 750 plus 1000 plus 350. You are getting the same answer, 2100, either by cumulative approach or individual approach. In cumulative approach, you will go up to 31st December, sorry, next transaction. But you will take all cumulative shares. And in option 1, you will go by individual approach where you will calculate up to 31st December. Got the difference? Say yes or no. Both approaches are clear. Why we are following S20? Why we need S20? Yes. Shahid ji. Nagma, are you going to explain this? Nagma? सेकंड ऑप्शन इज बेटा क्यूमुलेटिव अप्रोच. देखो क्यूमुलेटिव अप्रोच में स्टार्टिंग में मेरे पास 1800 शेयर्स थे. आई हैव 1800 शेयर्स. फिर मैंने 600 शेयर्स खरीदे, मतलब 2400 हुए. पर 1800 शेयर्स से लेके 31 में 5 महीने थे मेरे पास. फिर 31 में से 2400 शेयर्स मेरे पास कितने महीने के लिए हो गए? 1st नवंबर, मतलब अप टू 7 मंथ्स. नेक्स्ट, और अभी मैंने 2400 में से 300 माइनस किए, 2100. नवंबर दिसंबर 2 महीने ही थे. तो बेटा इसको बोलते हैं क्यूमुलेटिव अप्रोच. अमन, अमन जी अनम्यूट कर सकते हो आपको. मनीष अनम्यूट कर दीजिए. हाँ जी अमन. दोनों अप्रोचेस समझ में आए आपको बेटा? आदिश्री, ठीक है, अमन का आवाज नहीं आ रहा है मुझे. आदिश्री, आर यू गोइंग टू एक्सप्लेन दिस? Yes, that total is correct. Both options are giving you same answer. Adishri?
Sir?
No. Explain कर रहे हैं आप? Are you going to explain these two things?
Yes, sir. Sir, number of in option 1, number of months I calculated individual shares for individual shares up to 31st March 2012. But
why accounting standard 20 is there?
Sir, the shares are not same for the whole year. So accounting standard 20.
हाँ. Next.
Option 2, number of shares are calculated for the next transaction in cumulative approach.
Buyback में why we have to add? No beta, we are deducting. No, 1800 shares we have, then we have 600 shares, that is 2400, and then we deducted 300, so we had 2100 shares in cumulative approach. So we deducted that 300 shares beta. Myra,
we are deducted in total, no sir.
So what is the first option beta? Individual approach. You will calculate holding period up to
31st March 2012
31st December.
till 31st December.
And in cumulative approach, you will follow it up to
Next transaction.
But cumulative means what? You will consider 1800, 600 and minus 300 or 1800, 2400, 2100.
1800, 2400, 2100.
Very good. And in individual approach?
1800, 600 and 300.
Very good, beta. Easy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So illustration 1 you completed. Next.
सर
हाँ
सेकंड ऑप्शन के अंदर आपने इसको डिडक्ट क्यों नहीं किया
किया ना बेटा
350 को
2400 में से 2100 डिडक्ट किया ना मैंने
सेकंड ऑप्शन में नहीं किया है
क्यों नहीं किया ये देखिए ना 1800 थे फिर 600 ऐड हुए फिर 300 लेस हुए
इसको प्लस करना है ना 350 को इसके अंदर
कौन से 350 350 कहाँ है अच्छा इसमें
आंसर
लिया
है
ना ये आंसर में तो प्लस करेंगे इधर मुझे
हाँ
लगा आप कैलकुलेशन में हाँ उसको प्लस किया ना मैंने 750
हाँ
प्लस 1000 प्लस 350
ओके सर
वो तो प्लस ही करना पड़ेगा सभी फिगर्स पॉजिटिव है बायबैक में इंडिविजुअल अप्रोच में हम लोग निगेटिव लेते हैं
यस
Sir,
सर
first option is based on transaction wise, second option is based on balance wise, sir.
ओके करेक्ट one more question now see face value and paid up value are different face value and paid up value don't look at the paid up value now tell me the answer if you go with the same approach up to 31st December calculate wins go by any approach cumulative or individual but tell me the answer चलो आंसर बोलिए
Sir,
आंसर बोलिए
1900 shares.
see the answer if there is no paid up value 1800 for 12 months and 600 for October is there November December so 2 by 12 so 600 into 2 by 12 100 shares this is 1800 so your answer will be 1900 correct 1900 but see if paid up value is different then I will take 10 by 10 paid up value in divided by face value and here I won't take 10 by 10 because paid up value is 5 and face value is 10 so I should not consider 100 I should consider 50 so my answer will be 1850 if paid up value is there if paid up value is different so paid up value changes your answer and you follow individual approach here okay which approach you are going to follow over here individual approach if you go by cumulative approach 1800 then your answer will be something which is slightly different you should not follow cumulative approach over here logic is very simple because if you combine these two things 1800 plus 2400 then this includes some shares are fully paid and some shares are partly paid so you cannot use cumulative approach in case of paid up value is different don't follow here cumulative approach got the concept easy very easy so whether answer is 1900 no correct answer is 1850 So holding period are different, but paid up values are also different. And what do you have to do? Paid up value divided by face value. Simple calculation. In case of partly paid up shares. Now third question. I'm going to finish up to 4 questions today. Okay. I'm giving you the hint. Hint is there. Bonus shares. Holding period is not important. Bonus shares holding period is not important. See, I have not started with theory part. Theory, I will take it in the next session. But at least you are aware how we have calculated EPS in the next lecture. Okay, so I started with the practical part. Bonus shares. I'm giving you the time to think. Third question. Don't refer your study mat. See, this is the last year. This is the current year. In current year, your shares are 20 lakhs. On 1st October 2002, company issued 2 equity shares for each equity share. For each equity share. Means what? For 20 lakh shares, company issued bonus shares of 40 lakhs. Now, what is bonus shares? Bonus share means company issued bonus share to equity shareholder free of cost from their reserves. Normally, equity shareholder has to pay some amount to the company for acquiring share. But now company has existing shareholders. These shares will be given to existing shareholder. Bonus kisko milega? Existing shareholder. You are already shareholder, then only you will get the bonus shares. Otherwise, how you can get the bonus shares? Okay. It is a free of cost. So now company issued 40 lakhs shares. Extra, free of cost. So now tell me how many shares will be there? 60 lakhs. Suppose if I have not given you the hint that bonus shares holding period is not important. So how are you going to calculate? These 20 lakh shares is for full months, 12 by 12. And when you issued bonus shares on 1st October, sir, year 2001 and year 2002 is a December ending. Is a December ending. Sir, how? Because March ending, they will write like this, 1, 2. Partly in December, partly in March. If they have mentioned only 2001, it means this is the December ending. यदि उन्होंने 2001 ही लिखा हुआ है, तो ये December ending है. 1-2 ऐसे लिखा हुआ है, तो March ending है. Sir, ending is very important. whether it's a March ending or whether it is a December ending, because your holding period will go wrong. Now October, 1st October means October, November, December. If you don't know the provision, you will consider 40 lakhs into 3 by 12. Sir, we issued in October, no? So October, November, December, you only told us the holding period is important. 3 by 12. No. For bonus shares, it should not be 3 by 12. So your answer, if you don't know the provision, so it will be 10 lakhs plus 20 lakhs. So your answer will be 30 lakhs if you don't know the provision. Now, I already explained to you, bonus shares are given from reserves. And reserves we earned in the last year. So we already have reserves in the last year. Therefore, bonus shares date is not important because you are giving that reserve from reserve, and reserves you already earned in the past. So date of bonus shares is not important. You will consider full 12 months for this calculation. Got the concept? एक बार हिंदी में बताता हूं. बोनस शेयर्स की डेट ये कभी मायने नहीं रखती है, क्योंकि बोनस शेयर्स किस में से दिए जाते हैं? प्री रिजर्व्स में से. प्री रिजर्व्स में से मतलब हमने पिछले साल ऑलरेडी कमाया हुआ है, पास्ट में ऑलरेडी कमाया हुआ है, तो उसमें से बोनस शेयर्स मैंने इशू किए. तो बोनस शेयर्स की कभी डेट ही इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होती है बेटा, ध्यान में रखना ये चीज. 1 अक्टूबर नाम दिया होगा और उसका काम कुछ नहीं है. 40 lakhs into 3 by 12 मत करियो, डायरेक्टली 40 lakhs into 12 by 12 करना है. ये ध्यान में रखना. बोनस शेयर्स का यही पार्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है. बोनस शेयर्स में कभी भी डेट इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट, हमें पूरा 12 by 12 लेना है. क्यों? क्योंकि अरे तुम बोनस किसमें से दे रहे हो? पास्ट प्रॉफिट्स. पास्ट प्रॉफिट कब कमाया था? पास्ट में, मतलब पहले दिन से तेरे पास पास्ट प्रॉफिट था, तो तूने 12 by 12 लेना है. बनाने वाले ने क्या खूब बनाया, मस्त कॉन्सेप्ट बनाया. बोनस शेयर्स की डेट ही मत देखो, होल्डिंग पीरियड इज नॉट इंपॉर्टेंट. एनीवन हैज अ प्रॉब्लम इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग बोनस शेयर्स? Yes, who is going to explain this? What is bonus shares? Wait. One more important point. Wait. If I calculate last year EPS, it is 18 lakhs. Okay, 18 lakhs. And in last year, how many shares were there? 20 lakhs. So what is your EPS? 18 divided by 20.9. Oh. Okay. In current year, how many shares, how much profit you want? 18 lakhs cost 60 lakhs directly. Oh. 60 lakhs directly. So 40 lakhs se gain hua. And my total shares are now 60 lakhs. 20 lakhs past, 40 lakhs bonus. So 1 rupee. Is it comparable? Is it comparable? No. Sir, in past you divide by 20 lakhs. In current year you divide by 60 lakhs. It is not at all comparable, sir. Sir, then how to compare? Because comparison is must. And therefore, we will adjust last year EPS. What we are going to do? Adjust last year EPS. How? Sir, assume bonus is declared in the last year itself. So 18 lakhs, don't divide by, you have to show 0.9 also. But you also have to show adjusted EPS 60 lakhs. What you will write? Adjust last year EPS. So adjusted EPS, which year? Last year. Why? Because to make it comparable. 1800 divided by 6000, you will compare. Now this is comparable, 0.3 and 1. So last year mein He's asking me, sir, why we divide by 20 lakhs? Are sir, last year mein these shares were 20 lakhs only. No, you declared bonus in the 2002. So in last year, how many shares you had? Only 20 lakhs. In current year, you started with the bonus shares. You added bonus shares. Therefore, you had 60 lakh shares in the current year. And to make it comparable, we have to divide by 60 lakhs. So logic is very simple. पिछले साल मेरे पास 20 लाख शेयर्स थे ही नहीं. सॉरी, पिछले साल मेरे पास बोनस शेयर्स थे ही नहीं. मैंने डिवाइड किया 20 लाख से. 18 लाख डिवाइड बाय 20 लाख. इस साल कितने शेयर्स हुए? इस साल 60 लाख शेयर्स हो गए. 20 लाख पिछले साल के, मतलब जो आउटस्टैंडिंग थे स्टार्टिंग से, 40 लाख बोनस हुए. सर, पर मैंने सपोज इसको कंपेयर किया तो क्या होगा? कंपेयर किया तो भाई 18 लाख का प्रॉफिट 60 लाख हो गया. कितना अर्निंग बढ़ चुका है. फिर भी आपका ईपीएस कितने से बढ़ा सर? 0.9 और 1. सो ईपीएस कंपेरेबल हो ही नहीं सकता. क्यों नहीं हो सकता? क्योंकि आपने पिछले साल 20 लाख से डिवाइड किया हुआ है और इस साल कितने से डिवाइड किया है? 60 लाख से डिवाइड किया है. टू मेक इट कंपेरेबल आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? पिछले साल का ईपीएस एडजस्ट करना पड़ेगा. ऐसा एज्यूम करो कि बोनस शेयर्स आपने लास्ट ईयर ही दिए, तो आपने 18 लाख डिवाइड बाय 60 लाख, मतलब क्या किया? 18 लाख को 60 लाख से डिवाइड किया और अभी इट इज कंपेरेबल. 0.3 and 1. Got the concept? Say yes or no. Say yes or no. Now explain it. Who is going to explain it now? Raise your hand. Chalo. Rishita, you want to explain it?
Yes, sir.
बोलिए.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, so bonus shares are issued free of cost, which is from previous year reserved profit, which we have not distributed to equity shareholders. And then for calculating number of bonus share, we divide the equity share that we have with the number that is given. Maybe let's say we are issuing 2 shares for 1 equity share, so we'll multiply by 2 upon 1. And for then we'll calculate EPS for current year, which will be 60 lakhs divided by the previous plus the current bonus share that we are giving.
So date of bonus shares is important or not important?
Sir, it's not important because they are of the reserve belongs to equity shareholder only and it is of the previous year. So we need not consider the date of bonus share issue.
Very good, beta.
Sir,
Hanji.
what would have been the issue if the shares would have been issued like right issues?
Right issue we are going to see it in the next lecture.
No, I mean to say that how would we have compared it? Because
next question is your question is correct. Next question will be right shares.
Sir, you have explained for accounting period, that please explain again, sir, how to denote it. You have told, please explain it. April to December, April to March, January to December.
If it is given in the question 2001-2, if it is given in the question net profit for the 2001-2, so this is the 31st March year ending. Got the concept?
Okay.
And if it is only 2001 is given, it is a December ending.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir, why the comparable is required?
Why the comparable is required? Because if you see the, EPS, it is 0.9 and 1. And see, we always do comparison with the last year, no? Whenever you are there, whenever you will see the balance sheet of any company, you will see there is not only the year of current year figures are given, but past year figures are also given. And then only you can compare, na, मैं past में किधर था और मैं अभी किधर हूँ. Before attending the Sanket sir lectures, how you understood the concept, and now after watching the Sanket sir lecture, now you can compare your previous performance and current performance. Everyone wants to see their performance, okay? And therefore, we are comparing with the past year. But in past, the problem is that we have not issued with the equity shares, bonus shares, so it is not comparable. And we will adjust the last year EPS to make the comparison. Got the concept? Okay. So actually,
Sir, sir, I have one doubt.
Boliye.
Sir, can you please tell whether PE ratio is higher the better or lower is better?
According to me, if you are thinking from the investor's point of view,
yes, sir,
then higher will be better. See, because you already invested the amount. But first time
Yes,
you are
sir.
going to invest, then P ratio is higher. Then in that case, your earnings are lower, but you are investing more as compared to your earnings, then it will be risky. If you already invested the amount, you always feel that P ratio must be greater.
Okay, sir.
But if you are investing for the first time, then P
Yes.
ratio must be on the lower side, will improve the market price of the share because it is not risky in that case. No.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर
Yes.
सर अगर हम ड्यूरिंग द ईयर स्टॉक इश्यू करते हैं तो उसके बाद बोनस इश्यू करते हैं तो उसपे भी वो नहीं देंगे ड्यूरेशन
पूरा 12 महीने का बोनस। पर उसमें क्या होता है, आपको एक बात बोलता हूँ, इन्वेस्टमेंट चैप्टर में हम लोग देखेंगे जो शेयर्स हमने अब भी इशू किए हुए हैं ना, उसके ऊपर बोनस आर नॉट एलिजिबल।
ओके सर
मतलब मेरे पास 20 लाख शेयर्स थे, अभी मैंने 5 लाख डाले, अभी 20 लाख के ऊपर ही बोनस मिलता है, 5 लाख के ऊपर बोनस नहीं मिलता है।
ओके सर
ओके,
यस सर
गुड क्वेश्चन। और एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? Actually, I want to start with the right shares part. Should I do it 10 minutes लगेगा? Yes, because many students now they are leaving because they might be having the different commitments or office. But only 10 minutes I want. Otherwise, I will give you time to take screenshot. ठीक है, do one thing. Illustration 4 you read from your side. So in next session, and you read 5, 6, 7 also. Now you understood the importance of accounting standard 20. Okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7 you read from your own, have own interpretations, and in next lecture I will give you guidance about illustration 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yes. So now
सर ये आपने शेयर किया है ये क्वेश्चन जो लिस्ट है
ये क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम स्टडी मैट है।
अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है।
All these questions are in your study mat. ठीक है। So I will give you time to take screenshots of illustration 1, 100 pages का book. Now you can take a screenshot 100 pages book and next time you write it in your 100 pages book S1. Chalo, this is screenshot 1. I hope you enjoyed the session. Next, first 5 minutes you are going to explain me these concepts. Your 100 pages book over. Screenshot 2. You can take it from YouTube also if you missed it. Last 5 minutes, all screenshots. Screenshot 3. Screenshot 4. Screenshot 5. And screenshot 6. Yes, and this is the screenshot 7. Eight. होमवर्क ज्यादा है आज. Okay. Yes, summary of today's accounting standard. So we started with the accounting standard 1, which is talks about disclosure of accounting policies, and you found it very simple that fundamental assumptions while selecting the policy, and if there is a change in the accounting policy, and how are you going to disclose the items. Your homework, you have to write this 100 pages book first. Second homework, you have to read S1 from your study mat. You have to do illustrations by your own, and then S20 you will read from the study mat if possible. If you are getting time, 2 days session, Okay, and index for 400 pages book. Next session mein I'm going to tell you what we are going to write it in the 400 pages book. Okay, so next session mein hum log ye dekhenge. I hope you enjoyed the session. Any closing remark by anyone? आज का सेशन कैसे था, क्या था, how was it, or you understood it or not?
Sir, this session is very useful for us, sir.
Okay. So in
You are
today's session,
great,
what
sir.
no, beta, it's not like that. So what about this today's session? Yes, what you understood in today's session, Vijay Lakshmi?
Sir, accounting disclosures are first, and then we AS 20 sums, 3 sums we 10, and we do the theory part, sir, and you are giving illustration part as a homework to read that, and you are going to revise in the next
Yes.
session.
And please maintain 100 pages book. I'm telling you from very first day. I'm not thinking for today's understanding. I just want to, every one of you must understand after 3 months, you should recall all these concepts. When we will take a revision batch, okay, everyone try to understand, we are going to keep revision batches also. So whenever we are taking revision batch, please at that time, you must be aware about all accounting standard in detail, and we will quickly revise it from 100 pages book and 400 pages book, and extra questions will take it. Okay, thank you. Thanks ICAI, BOS, and Ajit sir, Asha ma'am, and Manish bhai. Close the session. Chali.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Over.